guys, thank you again for tuning into the channel. On this occasion we went to Channel Islands National Park off the coast of LA, and this park consists of 5 different islands, but we only had access to one island. The other most visited island, which is Anacapa Island, had the boat ramp or the boat dock was under construction, so we just had no access to that island, but we still had a great time. We went camping here on this trip, and it was the first time for us flying somewhere and going camping, so it was quite the experience. We learned a lot of things about ourselves, things that we should do and should not do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and here are some of our experiences. So as soon as we landed on Santa Cruz Island, we got to setting up our tent to make sure we had everything correct, because I have had issues with these tents before. So and believe it or not, right around our tent area and during our whole camping trip, there were these foxes, these island foxes right around there. And would you believe it, on our first day there, we had this fox that was hanging around near our tent, and basically it ended up laying down on some grasses with some beautiful light on it, and I got my first couple shots of the island fox. I thought I would have to work a lot harder for those, but they were actually right there outside my tent, so sometimes you just get lucky. After we had something to eat, we decided to go over to the Cavern Point area to see if we can capture a sunset shot. However, it was so windy out there, and we were getting blasted with the wind head on. It was actually pushing us back, and it was moving my tripod when I set it up. So I just took a handheld shot and moved on over to Scorpion Beach to see what we can capture. So I decided to go ahead and take this composition here. I like how the water edges go all the way around and kind of curves, pointing towards Scorpion Rock. And then with the nice sunset light coming coming here, I'm kind of afraid here because of the water is getting closer and closer. So let me take this picture and then maybe record a video. Okay, guys? So I'm back here at Scorpion Cove for sunrise, and as luck would have it, today is completely cloudy, so the sun should be coming up from the left there from the Scorpion Rock. However, it is completely with a sea fog over it. So I'm hoping that the sun will pierce through so we can have a somewhat of a shot, but it's not looking good, guys. So, but I do have a little composition here set up. I basically have this big boulder here on my left, kind of anchoring down the left side of the frame, and then right along the line of that rock, the sea comes through and kind of creates this big giant curve around, then points towards Scorpion Rocks. So very basic composition, nothing too special. Just trying to get the right light is the hard part. This is part of it sometimes. Sometimes you fail and sometimes you get a great shot. You unfortunately it's up to Mother Nature to see what she wants to give you. So, but all you can do is put yourself in position to try and capture these shots and go with that. So, but anyways, here either way it's still a nice moody shot. So it's gonna be if the sun doesn't come out, I'm still gonna shoot it, and it'll probably be kind of a desaturated type photo, slightly monochromatic, slightly long exposure. Maybe I have it at 1.6 seconds to let the water kind of drag along and create that silky kind of look, just to change it up a bit. So f/16, focus a third of the way in, and yeah, if the light changes, then we'll change it up. So I found this composition here. Considering that it's nice and cloudy, there's soft light everywhere, so now it's a matter of just finding textures all over the place. So I love the fact, let me show you here, that there's flowers all over the vines, and the texture of the bark of the tree is just very nice. So I'm going to shoot it at f4 because I want the background to kind of fall off. But the textures I'll be focused on the tree, and the textures of the trees will really pop. So very basic photo, nothing too special. I really like the colors and the contrast here, so especially with the soft light going on. So all right guys, let's make an image. So on our way to Potato Harbor, and we got all this soft light happening right now. So we found this tree, which I'll show you here on the frame, and I'm zoomed in at about 250, and it's this magical, gorgeous tree that I always want to find, and they're really hard to find in Florida. So I found one here. It has all this texture around it, but I'm really far, so I decided to just focus on the tree and include the foreground of all these, I'm gonna say they're marigolds, but I don't believe they're marigolds, and include the foreground, but they will be blurred out, so they will actually kind of frame the tree from the bottom, yet the trees was gonna be the actual focus of the photo. I think it'll work. and the light's very diffused right now. We got fog bank happening on top of the mountains, so you just got a little soft light happening right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this picture and go from there. I have it at f8, and yeah, completely focused on the tree. On our way over to Potato Harbor, I was looking at the sky and looking at the light, and I was noticing that there was a very nice diffused lighting all across the hillside, and I was just hoping that it would hold on to that type of light, all the clouds in the sky, so that way I can actually make a image of Potato Harbor with a nice soft diffused light. And as luck would have it, when we got there, the sun never came out with all its power. It was nice and warm, but the light was very nice and soft. So I got pretty lucky, and I was able to come out with a nice image from this place without having to come back for sunset, because I wanted to go back to Cavern Point for sunset. So yeah, got lucky there. So here's the image I came up with, guys. Oh yeah, we saw some seals jumping around out there too. It was pretty cool. Hey guys, so I'm here huffing and puffing, going uphill. Sometimes that happens. Actually, most of the time, every time I go uphill, I'm huffing and puffing. But anyways, I am here in Channel Islands, Santa Cruz Island, and I am on my way over to Cavern Point. After yesterday's failure of trying to get a sunset here, it was just so windy. The conditions were terrible. The light was great, but what's the point with great light if your tripod is falling over the whole time, right? So, well, I'm here to try it again. I was supposed to go to Potato Harbor, but this one got away the first time. I'm hoping it doesn't get away this time. So, and I'm hoping for great light. So I'm gonna try this, and if I ever get a chance to come here again, I'll try Potato Harbor next time at sunset. So wish me luck, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. So hey guys, I finally found a composition that I like. Let me show you on the back of this camera here, or on the camera. actually. So I just love how the yellow adorn all the side of the cliff, all the yellow flowers, and it's catching light. And it's not quite sunset yet, but I am gonna take the picture because the light right now is so diffused that basically it works perfectly for the scenario. So the flowers are catching a very soft light, and the background cavern point cliffs are also catching a very diffused light. So I'm gonna focus here on the flowers first, and then I'm gonna focus here on the background. So 2 shots, I'll stack it, and that should probably do it. I'm also going to do a vertical shot here. These clips reminds me of those scenes, like those movies like Lord of the Rings, and those crazy Icelandic cliff settings and all those things. This actually reminds me of that, so kind of excited. So I found this other spot here. I'm not gonna photograph it. I'm just gonna enjoy it for myself. Sometimes you gotta take time to take it in, you know? I mean, look at this scene. This is the kind of scene that you dream of, spending your afternoons in vacationing. So take the time to take it in sometime, guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful scene. And that diffused fog from the California coast, that sea fog, just makes this light all soft and just wonderful. So let me show you guys here what I'm seeing here. I'll show you on the main camera too, but I mean, this is hard to beat. And sometimes I need to slow down and take my time, and I'm very thankful for today, because yesterday we came here and the wind just would not even let us put a tripod up. So, and today it's windy, but it's manageable, and the light is just as good as yesterday. And at this point, I'm just thankful that I was able to get a nice sunset image. And it's not even sunset, it's just nice diffused lighting right now. So it's hard to beat. You gotta take it and enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoy this scene too. So on this shot here, I'm setting up for a blue hour shot, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take the foreground of this beach here. I'm a little bit on closer to away from the edge of the beach, because as the night comes in, the beach is gonna start coming up. I think the tide's gonna rise up a little bit. At least that's what it looks like. So I'm staying a little bit away from the beach and setting up this shot so I can shoot like a blue hour foreground, and then the Milky Way actually rises up from that area on the side there. So I'm just gonna set this shot up, take this picture now, and then wait for the Milky Way later on. So I ended up settling for a horizontal vertical panorama, a 3-picture vertical panorama. I just didn't want to cut off the entire foreground, all the rocks and the water. Plus, the Milky Way core wasn't gonna be present in this image, so that was not enough to hold the entire picture. So I just felt like it would work better if I included the foreground. So I ended up with a vertical picture. And that's going to conclude this video, guys. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for taking the time. I really appreciate it. Feel free to leave a comment, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next video. I'll be doing a part 2 of this trip of all the sea life that we encountered. So stay tuned.
You're not gonna eat these? You don't even know what they are, do you? That's not a little ball. Oh, she thinks they're little balls.
That's what it is, yep.
They're not balls.